8. This is a breaking news alert.
At least 2 damaging tornadoes rolling across West Michigan this evening. First, in South Portage, the tornado ripping across Center Street and Oakland Drive, damaging businesses, knocking down trees, and causing significant damage to a FedEx sorting facility, a building just built 2 years ago. Moments later, a second touchdown in Union City, the first tornado emergency ever issued in Michigan. Tonight, no fatalities reported, but now the cleanup begins.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Susan Shaw.
And I'm Brian Sterling. Tonight, West Michigan picking up the pieces after at least 2 tornadoes tore through South Portage and Union City.
Not long ago, Governor Whitmer declared a state of emergency and activated the State Emergency Operations Center. Right now, Consumers Energy is showing at least 25,000 customers without power, a majority of those where we saw those 2 tornadoes.
Tonight, our crews are live from some of the hardest hit areas. We want to get straight out to a mobile home park near Portage that was damaged tonight. News 8's Amanda Porter is there. Amanda, what have you seen tonight?
The tornado caused many residents to be displaced tonight, many of them gathering here at the Sunoco gas station here in Portage. Tonight, hours after the tornado hit, people are still accounting for their loved ones and their property. Police still have Pavilion Estates blocked off as residents say they are trying to contain a gas leak and look for anybody who may be trapped in the debris, though there are no fatalities tonight. I did talk with one resident, Taylor Cool, who lives towards the back of Pavilion Estates, and he says the damage is extensive.
It is absolute destruction, and there are trailers completely gone. There are trees down. There are trees impacted trailers. There are going to be a lot of people with no homes tonight, and it's very upsetting. And we were lucky enough to get unscathed, and yeah, it was intense. It's very, very bad. I feel bad for all the families. There are a lot of families in there that are struggling, that have just lost everything. So.
Were you home when the...
No, I actually work at the Target Distribution Center, and they locked us down, and my husband called me, and I was like, I'm leaving, and then I came here, and it's been blocked in. There's so many trees down in there, they can't even get to some of the people that are in there. They're going door to door and searching each house just to make sure that everybody's been pulled out.
The scene has cleared up in the last hour or so, but police are still telling people to stay off the roads and avoid Pavilion Estates if possible. They say the power in this area will be down tonight, but as you can see, many Consumers Energy trucks were working in the area to restore the power. Now, if you have to travel, especially in the morning, you'll want to watch out for downed power lines. Check in with your neighbors too, as gas leaks are still being addressed. Portage Public Schools has been canceled for tomorrow. People, though, can gather at First Assembly of God Church or Radiant Church in Portage. Both places will have a capacity of 100 people. For now, I'm live in Portage. Amanda Porter, News 8.
Yeah, a lot of debris to sort through.
Yeah, and definitely feel for those residents. They were certainly in shock tonight. Amanda, thank you.
Thanks, Amanda. Now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Ellen Baca. What could you tell us about the path of tonight's tornadoes, Ellen?
Here's a look at the 2 most powerful tornadoes. We had several tornado warnings that were issued through the night, along with some severe thunderstorm warnings. And let's not forget some of the large hail that was produced today across all portions of West Michigan. But very clearly, you can see the tracks that cut across portions of West Michigan here, starting in Van Buren County and then moving especially through the heart of Kalamazoo County for the northern track. That's the Portage tornado. And then looking at the Union City tornado, we also had a really defined track, both of them almost parallel. And that makes sense. They were being steered by the same upper level winds, and both of them touching down very shortly between one and another. So it was an incredibly intense moment here as we had 2 tornado-warned cells only about a county away from each other, both of which produced damage and both of which will likely have a pretty strong tornado warning associated with it. Now, here's a snapshot from 6:02. At this point in time earlier this evening, we had a tornado warning that was ongoing for Portage as the damage confirmation was just coming in. At the same time, for the Union City tornado, we had the telltale hook signature And in addition to that, debris was being wafted into the air, allowing the National Weather Service to confirm this and turn it to the purple warning, which means we're seeing debris. Shortly after this, the Kalamazoo Portage tornado also turned purple, flashing, indicating that debris was being wafted. Luckily for us, we're only seeing these 2 tornadoes confirmed so far. However, as the sun rises tomorrow and survey crews are out, we'll have to assess some of these other warnings to see if additional damage has been done outside of these 2.
Ellen, thank you. Another location in Portage that was hit hard was a FedEx facility that opened just 2 years ago this month. The roof of the building and several vehicles there have been heavily damaged. News 8's Megan Bunchman was at the facility tonight.
Cleanup continues in Portage right now, nearly 3 to 4 hours after that storm hit. We are just across the street from that FedEx building that we're going to show you video of right now. You can see that roof torn off, that building destroyed. Now, I talked to several FedEx workers who told me that they were inside, some still out on their routes when the storm hit. They all say that no one was injured in that, which is always great news. Now, of course, we expect emergency management and NOAA, as well as the National Weather Service, to be on foot tomorrow, taking a look and surveying the damage. But if you take a look at the video that we have on camera right now, you can see that most of that debris is scattered and laying in different directions. That is indicative that there was some type of tornadic or cyclical motion, showing that that really was a touchdown site here. I spoke with one person who lives just across the street from the FedEx building. You probably could not get any closer if you really wanted to. And this is what he had to say when it all went south.
Well, standing on my front porch, watching the thunderstorms happen, my grandmother sent me a text saying a tornado touched down on I-94 right here next to our house. So, you know, you usually hear about the tornadoes, but they usually don't ever drop down here. So I'm on the porch watching. Looking this way towards FedEx building, I see a giant funnel cloud in the air of things flying in the air heading this way. But once that happens, I run through my house, and it's not like you see on the TV shows. Outside is pitch white, swirling everywhere. I run to my basement as fast as I can. You just hear things outside, dropping, flying, crashing, trees falling. I thought the house was gonna come up, to be honest with you. My garage is torn off the ground. Come out, look around, FedEx building destroyed across the street.
We, of course, will continue to have crews on scene for the remaining.
Oh my God! Yo!
Bro, get off the highway, turn around.
We're watching a tornado right now.
This is right where they came through.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They were right when they said, oh, all back through the edge. They went on a house.
show.
FedEx building in Portage looks like now after tornadoes ripped it apart. The roof is completely off the building, as you see here, folks. Several loading docks are also damaged. At one point, about 50 people were trapped inside because of downed power lines. But a company spokesperson says everybody is safe and accounted for. Portage police want you to still avoid this area because of widespread destruction, including more downed power lines. I want to show you now what the FedEx building in Portage looks like now after tornadoes ripped it apart. The roof is completely off the building, as you see here, folks. Several loading docks are also damaged.